So I'm just going to use some tongue oil finish. This is not pure tongue oil, it's just the stuff from min wax, so it'll dry pretty quick. And I'm just going to douse, like dump it on and rub it in, and we'll be off to the races. So I got the piece of bar stock in. I'm going to start on this end. I'm going to do a little offset and then draw out a little tang to make as one of the parts of the hinge. So once I have the bar neck down, I'm going to forge an octagon and then a little round. So I'm marking about an inch from the, let's call it a tenon, and then about 4 inches from that, and just split the difference. Total length is about 5 inches of full-size bar stock. Then I'll start, I'll punch out the square punches so that they'll fit the square nails. I'm going to cut off the hinge for about an inch from the last hole. I'm going to cut off the corners of the front of the bar and then round over the front so it's a nice smooth front. So I'm going to go along the edges and I'm going to bevel the edges so that from the middle of the bar to the edge of the bar it slants down and becomes thinner, so it's not a 90-degree transition from the wood to the hinge. So here I'm starting on the hole of the hinge for the tenon to go through. I'm just using a round punch and punching a hole about a half an inch from the end of the bar, and I'm going to continue using the drift, or the punch as a drift, until I open the hole up enough to get onto the horn of my anvil. Once I have the hole large enough to fit on the horn of my anvil, I'm going to forge down the corners of the bar and then round it over into a nice circle. Every time you forge a little on the horn, the bar will deform a little, so you have to flatten it up on the face. cutting off the corners of the bar first before I punch the holes, because rounding over the end of the bar will distort the holes more than I liked. So I'm punching the square holes for the nails on the round or the whole part of the hinge, and I'm just doing 2 on this. If I'd done it again, I'd probably do 3, but there's not really much room in the inside of the box, so 2 or 3 would have been fine. So again, I'm going to bevel the edges on the hinge so that it's a nicer transition from the hinge to the wood. Here I'm going to start bending the tenon of the hinge so that I can put it into the hole on the other part of the hinge. I'm going to heat the hinges up and coat them in beeswax as a preservative, help them stop rusting, and it makes the iron black, so it helps with the look of the piece. So to fit on the box, the bottom part of the hinge had to be bent back so it sticks out just a little bit, about 1/4 of an inch, so that the top part will move freely. I then marked out the placement for the holes and then used a 7 30 seconds drill bit to pre-drill the holes for the nails. I did the same thing on the second hinge. I'm starting on the lid of the box. I'm attaching the hinges to the lid of the box first, and then I'll attach them to the body of the box. So I'm going to nail the hinges to the top of the box. I used a 7/32 drill bit to pre-drill the holes so that they wouldn't split the wood. In my previous testing, trying to just nail the nails into the wood, because they're tapered square, they were just cracking the wood. So using the drill bit and the hole prevented that. So now I'm going to mark out the placement for the hinges on the box, and then I'm going to drill them and then nail them again. Even though these hinges are pretty sloppy, once you connect two or more to a box, they'll compensate for each other, and the hinges will become pretty tight, and the tolerances, the top of the box won't slide around too much. So now I have to what's called clinch the nails over, and that's just bending them over. And on the inside of the box, it's a lot harder than doing the top of the box. But I have a little piece of about 10-pound block of steel. You can see it's red in between the crack of the box. And I'm resting the head of the nail on that so that I have a secure place to pound against the nail. And the best way I found to do this was to turn my 2-pound hammer sideways so that I was hitting with the cheeks of the hammer. That gave me more distance between each blow, which gave me better velocity. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. Next week we'll make the lock plate.